I'm John Greaves III, the founder of Garage Gym Life, and I need you to hit that like and subscribe button for me because I'm about to take you behind the process that led to one of my recent YouTube Shorts videos. You guys have told me that you enjoy getting this behind the scenes content, so help me out by helping me get to 50,000 subscribers. That's my goal. And if you've already subscribed, share this video with a friend after you finish watching it, and you guys can both laugh at me together. Okay? Let's get into it. All right, so here's some background. I recently published a guest collab video on my YouTube channel from Joe Gray, where he gave a basic overview of specialty bars. Then I wrote a blog post to go with that video, like I often do with the videos that I publish on YouTube. So that meant I needed an eye-catching graphic, right? And I decided to do an ox lift since it uses both a safety squat bar and a trap bar at the same time. And those are two of the specialty bars I talked about in the blog post. So the plan was to video myself doing the ox lift and just grab a screenshot from the video, and I would use that for the blog. Well, that's when the wheels started turning. I was also drinking pre-workout at the time. So I thought to myself, me, you're videoing this anyway. Why not just post it on YouTube? Well, that seemed like a good idea to me, so I went a step further. Pre-workout starts kicking in, and I decided to go for a PR. Now, the fact that I had to pick up my daughter from school shortly, so I wouldn't have time to warm up, wasn't really relevant to me in the moment, by the way. I drank a little bit more pre-workout, and I said, you know, for safety's sake, I'll just wear a belt and go for a small PR. So a little math for you to keep in mind. The most I've done recently in this lift is 380 pounds, and I did that at the Rep Fitness booth at Home Gym Con last spring. Well, since I was pressed for time, I loaded the SS yoke bar to 245. So it's a 65-pound bar. That's the bar plus 245 plates per side. That's how you get to 245, in case you're wondering. Not a problem. I've done that before. But then, to save time, I just grabbed my 100-pound plates instead of more 45s and loaded that onto my Bells of Steel open trap bar, which weighs 45 pounds. So that's another 245 pounds, which is, that's right, a total of 490 pounds, or about 100 pounds more than I did at Home Gym Con earlier this year. I realize now that that is not a small PR, but hey, I was an English major, not a math major in school, so none of this sank in until later. So I set up my phone, cinched my belt on tight, put some spider chalk on my hands so I wouldn't have to use straps, and I got under the bar, ready to work. Okay, so I braced. I walked it out, and then I ease on over to the open trap bar, go down, grab it, and that first one was life-changing, but I got it. I was so happy. I didn't say ladies and gentlemen, I said gentlemen. Then remembered I needed to include the ladies, and just watch. It was a mess. And that's a PR, gentlemen and ladies, everybody. So I set the trap bar down, then I go to take the SSB back, and sure enough, as I'm re-racking it, I missed the J-cup. I recovered, no problem. So I posted the shorts video on YouTube, and that's when I realized that I didn't get both sides of the SS yoke bar and both sides of the open trap bar in the video, so I couldn't use it for a screenshot for the blog, which was the original purpose of going through this in the first place. That's also when I realized that I just pulled about 50-pound more than I intended when I first started this adventure, and now I had to do it again. Yes, I could have lowered the weight that was on the bar, but since I just did it and I already posted it on YouTube, I told myself I couldn't punk out. I couldn't punk out by lowering the weight. I need to man up and be a warrior. Besides, it's the Marine Corps birthday today. What would Chesty Puller say? So, I adjusted my phone camera, put my belt and knee sleeves back on, and did the whole thing again. No problem. It was just as heavy, but this time I believed I could do it, so at least, you know, that fear and apprehension wasn't really there anymore, but it was still heavy. I got it again, regardless. Go check my phone. This time, I cut off both ends of both bars, so I still couldn't use it as a screenshot for the blog. So I did what I should have done in the first place, and that is ask my wife to just take a picture of me. I freely admit that on camera without being under duress of any kind. I should have asked her for help. Anyway, my wife gets ready with the camera while I put the belt back on, put my knee sleeves back on. I made sure she was in position and had the perfect angle. Then I again walked over, got under the SS yoke bar, unracked it, walked over, and got the lift. And yes, I stood there holding the trap bar while my wife took multiple pictures to make sure she had at least one good photo before I set down the open trap bar, went back over, and racked the SS yoke bar. Okay, so there you have it. Another unnecessarily difficult task brought to you by too much pre-workout and what some might call insufficient supervision, but I like to describe as the spirit of discovery. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, do me a favor, share this with a friend. And if you'd like to grab some merch like this shirt to support the channel, you can click that shopping button that's in the bottom corner of this video.